In today's car culture, it feels like we're all watching the same movie on repeat. Another Tesla doing a ludicrous launch, another AMG revving outside a cafe, another Golf R in a tunnel pretending it's a Lamborghini. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, or even just browsing car forums, it's like a loop. Same cars, same flex, same algorithms. But here's the thing no one tells you. There's an entirely different class of cars out there. Cars that aren't trending, that don't show up in hype reels, that never get their moment in the spotlight. And yet, they quietly outperform, outlast, and outsmart the popular kids. Today, we're going to talk about 5 of the most criminally underrated cars of 2025. Cars that most people overlook, but that might just be exactly what you're looking for. They're smart, reliable, clever, and in some cases, brilliant. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about the cars nobody celebrates, but absolutely should. First up, the Mazda 3. Now, if this was a popularity contest, the Mazda 3 would be the quiet kid in the corner sketching beautiful designs while everyone else shouts over each other. Because this car, it's art, without arrogance. From the outside, the design is just clean, not aggressive, not loud, no fake vents or overstyled drama. Mazda calls it Kodo design, which loosely means soul of motion, and it nails it. It feels sculpted rather than assembled. But the real surprise is on the inside. Climb into a Mazda 3 and the vibe shifts instantly. This is a premium car in disguise. Soft touch materials everywhere, real stitching, intuitive controls. The whole cabin feels purpose-built for the driver, snug but never cramped, minimalist but never cheap. And when you drive it, that's where the magic happens. Mazda went against the grain here. Instead of following the tiny turbocharged engine with fake noise trend, they developed the Skyactiv X, a gasoline engine that works with compression ignition like a diesel. The result? Low-end torque, no turbo lag, and a silky smooth power band, all while getting fuel economy in the range of 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. This is a car for people who love to drive, not for people who love to scroll specs. And honestly, it's better than the Golf in nearly every way. Except marketing. Alright, stay with me on this one, because this next car might shock you. This is the Honda Jazz, or the Fit, depending on where you live. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that the car my aunt drives to the farmer's market? Maybe. But it's also one of the smartest cars on the road today. Why? Let's start with the powertrain. The Jazz only comes as a hybrid now, but not the kind of hybrid where the electric motor exists just for marketing. This one's real. In city traffic, you'll be driving on electric power far more often than you expect. And the best part is, you don't have to think about it. There are no modes to toggle, no plugs, no fuss. The Jazz just figures it out. You drive, and it optimizes. That means real-world consumption of around 4 liters per 100 kilometers. That's insane for a non-plug-in. But the true party trick is something Honda calls magic seats. These rear seats can flip up like cinema chairs, allowing you to carry tall items like plants, boxes, bikes, or awkward gear that wouldn't fit in a normal trunk. It's so obvious and practical, it makes you wonder why no other carmaker offers this. Inside, you get a commanding view of the road, a simple and logical dashboard layout, and all the tech you really need. CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, reverse cam. No fluff. And of course, it's a Honda. That means reliability, low running costs, and a reputation for never letting you down. The Jazz isn't cool, and that's exactly why it is. Now let's go from compact to colossal. If you're after interior space, executive comfort, and low-key luxury, let me introduce you to the Skoda Superb. This thing is a masterclass in understatement. On the outside, it looks like a well-mannered family car. On the inside, it feels like a business-class lounge. Seriously, hop in the back seat and stretch your legs. You'll have more room than in some full-size sedans that cost double. Laptop? No problem. Feet up? Sure. Want to run a meeting on Zoom back here? You could. And if you opt for the Wagon version, which you should, you get nearly 2,000 liters of cargo space with the seats down. That's van territory. Bikes, furniture, family trips, nothing's too big. Tech-wise, it's no slouch either. Matrix LEDs, ambient lighting, massage seats, heated everything, advanced driver assistance, panoramic roof, and it all runs on Volkswagen Group's solid MQB platform, meaning you get Golf-level quality with a lot more value. Want my recommendation? The the 2.0 TDI. Quiet, powerful, and it sips fuel on long drives. The Skoda Superb is what happens when you stop trying to impress people and start making smart decisions. Let's switch gears, literally. This little guy right here? This is the Suzuki Swift Sport, and it's what I like to call the last of a dying breed. This isn't a hot hatch that's trying to be a track monster. It doesn't have 300 horsepower or adjustable suspension. It doesn't come with fake engine sounds or an app that lets you tune your throttle response from your phone. What it does have? Lightness, balance, soul. It weighs just over 1,000 kilograms, comes with a turbocharged 1.4-liter engine putting out 129 horsepower. That might not sound like much until you hit a winding road. Suddenly, it feels like you're in a go-kart. The feedback is immediate, the manual gearbox is crisp, the brakes bite, the chassis wants to dance. Inside, you get proper sport seats, real dials, a decent infotainment system, and absolutely zero gimmicks. It's also dirt cheap to run, low insurance, great reliability, and about 6 liters per 100 kilometers in the real world. And because it's a Suzuki, you know it'll just work. If you miss the days when driving was about feel, not features, the Swift Sport is your time machine. And finally, the most sensible car on this list, which, ironically, makes it one of the best. This is the Hyundai i30 Wagon, the car that proves you don't need an SUV to have space, comfort, and daily practicality. Let's talk numbers. You get over 600 liters of trunk space, a low-floor, flat-load lip, and a wide opening. Perfect for strollers, bikes, dogs, luggage, IKEA trips, you name it. Under the hood, you get a 1.5-liter turbo engine with 160 horsepower paired to a buttery-smooth 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Fuel economy sits around 6 liters per 100 kilometers, especially strong on long trips. Inside, heated seats, heated steering wheel, big touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, adaptive cruise, all standard. And the build quality? Solid, quiet, no rattles. And then there's this, 5 years of unlimited mileage warranty. That's Hyundai saying, we believe in this car so much we dare you to wear it out. The i30 Wagon isn't flashy, it's not sexy, but it's so good at being a car, it's actually kind of cool. So there you have it. 5 cars you probably never see in TikTok Reels. Cars that don't show up in loud thumbnails or parking garage burnout videos. But cars that do the job, quietly, reliably, brilliantly. They don't need the spotlight, they just need someone to notice. So tell me, which of these 5 surprised you most? Do you already drive an underrated hero? Or is one of these going on your test drive list? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from the underdog believers out there. And hey, if you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe, tap the bell. We've got more smart car content coming your way. Because driving isn't always about horsepower. Sometimes it's about heart. Stay curious, stay mobile, and drive what you love, not what the internet tells you to love.